Okay, another month. On my agenda, as you can see, who's here, some project status, a little bit about the status of the organization, some other suggested items to discuss, new projects and suggested new focus teams, and I want to promote some actions, and hopefully we get Tanya to have a little presentation. And then at the end, I have like 100 or more slides from the UAP summit that I want to go through because that was kind of amazing. The whole experience was amazing. So if I can ask a little bit like who is here, let me see. I can, if you want to just say a very short name and where you're from, it would be nice. So just a few words. Matthias. Oh, here's a hand open already. Yeah, that's one way to do it. Those who want to say who you are, please raise your hand. We can start with Best Star New York. If the sound is on. You are muted. Hi, everyone. Okay. Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe you don't have the, I think you told me actually that you don't have the sound or you can't really talk, so you can only be in the chat, which is fine. Okay, so thank you. I think we will come to your comments later on. Let me see. Verena, please say where you are from, if you can.
Yes, hello. I'm in Cologne in Germany.
Ah,
Yes.
yes. Tom André, I said your name. Where are you from?
I'm from Trondheim in Norway.
And part of the team.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eric, you,
Yes.
yes.
I'm from Sweden.
Yeah.
South of, the west coast of Sweden,
Let's go.
nearby Halmstad in Sweden.
So quite a long drive if we manage to get you to come to the field trip and conference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to go there.
Yeah. Rainer, repeat where you're from.
Yeah, I'm from Germany and I'm a member of the technical team.
Yeah. Emilia, do you want to say hi?
Hi, as I said before, it's Emilian and Ludwig, and we're both from living in Germany and Leipzig.
Yeah. Tanya.
Yeah, I'm from Germany as well. I'm part of the team.
And now we've had a little chat from Best Star in New York, so I wonder if the Firefly is actually a person or not. I guess not. I have to find out what that is. Mats, where are you located?
Yeah, my name is Mats. I'm located in Åndalsnes in western Norway, Romsdalen.
Yeah. Beautiful place. Erling, say hi.
Hi. I'm located in Norway.
In Norway, definitely. Southern part of
500 kilometers south of Hesdal.
Yeah. And then Christian?
Hi, I'm Christian and I'm in Germany as well. And part of the team.
Part of the team. Heather, you have your hand raised. Nice.
Hi, everybody. My name is Heather McKenzie, and I live in Quebec, Canada. And I'm part of the UAP Summit team. It's nice to see you, Fred and Rainer, and everybody else.
Yeah, it was so amazing, the whole experience of that UAP Summit. Andreas, where are you?
Yeah, Rome, Italy. Hello, everyone.
Yeah, short and precise. Both. Can we ask where you're from?
Hello.
Yes.
Yes, I'm from. I reside in Hesdal at the moment.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yes, I have a cabin here. So.
Oh wow, that's nice.
Yeah.
And Tim Notaker, what is this? I don't know. Tim? Any? No. Maybe we are invaded by AI today.
Fred,
yeah, Reed?
Fred, if I may,
Yes?
I think it's that Heather, myself, and maybe Tim, we have these AI note takers join meetings automatically. Apologies for that.
Okay.
We can boot our own note takers, which we will do.
Okay, but that's fine as long as I know what it is, because I've been in business meeting and people were kind of freaked out about it. But
Sure. And
yeah,
while I'm speaking, this is
yes.
Reed, convener of the UAP Summit. Tim and Heather let me know this great little meeting was happening, so I just thought I'd pop in and say hi.
It's wonderful to have you here. Thank you. Let me just continue a little bit. We try to have a little short status meeting, so let's try to do that. Rainer, can you tell me a little bit how are we doing in the Blue Box?
Yeah, so in the Blue Box, the 2 cameras are running well. The stacks are uploaded automatically. All team members have access to it. Still, we do not have the blackout areas, so that's why the stacks are only available for team members. But the YouTube streams are back. So normally, both cameras now stream to YouTube again, to our channel, and I know many people are very happy about this. Every now and then they have to be restarted manually. Martin is on it. We don't know why, but at least the last days they were running quite well. The third camera sometimes has problems due to bandwidth issues, so I'm working on this remotely as good as I can. Details if somebody wants to know it later. And also the SDR setup in the Blue Box is since a week or so also disconnecting. So the USB SDR is disconnecting itself and reconnecting after reboot, and Marek is on this. So I don't know exactly why this is happening at the moment. But other than this, I mean, the cameras are fine. I check the stacks every day. So the last days there was nothing special. Also no calls from Hessdalen people to me or messages that they saw something. When the sky is clear, as usual, we have lots of satellites and meteors, beautiful northern lights. If you checked our Discord, so this was very beautiful. Yeah, but other than this, only the normal stuff in the sky.
Christian, did you get status from others?
I asked only Andrea and Tanya for this time. So they're going to do their presentations. So that's going to happen. I didn't ask anybody else.
Okay. So Andrea, do you want to comment a little bit about what you are working on?
Yeah, may I share the screen?
Yes, I can stop my screen. So if you do that.
Just a moment. So for most of you, this might be information that you already knew, but I will sort of also update you on the latest about this. My focus is being and will be also in the next month, bringing together 2 different concepts that will form one thing, one in the single thing. I want to act top down by looking at what I was calling the extended ADTS, like an anomaly detection and tracking system that is modular and autonomous. What I'm meaning is automating sensor data collection, processing and reporting and dashboarding. Main focus on the plasma UAP of the valley, discriminate mundane events, having multispectral and sensor fusion capabilities, and the modularity and flexibility needed when, for example, modifying the topology of the sensor network. We know what the signals are that we are after. Some are a little bit more accessible at the moment, some less, but we will start from what we can do. What we can avoid almost surely is acoustic signature, because what in the history of the Hessdalen phenomenon scientific investigation, there have been some trials in gathering acoustic data, but it was not of great value. And LiDAR, mainly because of range, cost limitations, the specific expertise and artifacts that can come out of it. One of my ideas for the ADTS, as some of you might know, is the wireless sensor network architecture. Basically, it's a LoRa, long-range communication mesh of microcontroller nodes with some sensors on board, and they will communicate via protocols like the MQTT. and send data directly to the cloud for data aggregation and anomaly detection systems. One thing that I want to stress out again is that we should be able to discriminate mundane events, and what I mean when I say that is flights. So a DSB exchange, flight radar, whatever we can put our hands on in terms of data, weather, satellites, and celestial bodies, know where roads and hiking trails are, and possibly others. So that's it about the extended DTS. So what I want to do in the next month is, from one side, start approaching these generic architecture, and from the other is to finish working on the implementation of the LoRa mesh. So having a prototype here that can send data via MQTT to the cloud, and having also, with the help of Rainer, 2 different locations in Esdalen, streaming sensor data from there to the MQTT and through MQTT to the cloud. And if you want to read any of the project's spec that are still under revision, you can just have a look, and if you have any questions or good advices, those are always welcome. The idea of the LoRa mesh, just to finish it, is to deploy a wireless sensor network with long-range capabilities across the valley and maybe other points neighboring it. And by doing that, having a real-time data fetching and processing capabilities for understanding what, where, when, and so forth. That's it.
Wow, thank you. Yeah, very, very interesting. Matthias, could you say a little bit what you're working on?
Yeah, so I last week I wrote like a small first prototype for a motion tracking. So we have that on like publicly and in the Git repository, and I developed that against some of our camera footage, and yeah, so it can track, detect, you know, like meteors and birds and track these. And the next step would be to try to do some write some heuristics against the extracted trajectories to do classification based on that, heuristics-based classification. And I mean, over time, if it works sufficiently well, then we can assemble a data set with it to later train machine learning models with this heuristically pre-labeled data. So yeah, that's it.
Well, my hope is that we finally manage to get some kind of small system that we can put out into the valley. And for now, we've given an offer to one important cabin, the so-called UFO cabin, if we can just put the system at this cabin. So I'm kind of giving a little bit of my status. They want to have more detail, but we can also offer the same for other cabins, like we can give them free 4G, and as long as we can get to put out a camera system. But we want to stress that it's not any monitoring, not surveillance, because it should only send information that are of interest to this kind of scientific project. Let me see. Yes, ask, Andrea.
Yeah, sorry, Fred. Just thinking that it would be really useful in terms of the ADTS to connect different devices, not only the LoRa mesh and other devices that we have static, but also eventually, for example, us venturing out in the valley or hikers could bring our own like portable, like personal loggers, and they could actually reach places that we maybe couldn't reach with other sensor capabilities.
We normally continue our discussion after this open meeting, so I hope you and Matthias stay after.
Sure.
Yes. Let me see. I'm showing my screen again. Yes. A little bit about the organizational status. I mean, we still need volunteers, more people, and more paying members. We have a new paying member today, so thank you. And we also wouldn't mind to have some donations because of some bills that we still haven't been able to pay. If my wife is not listening, I'm going to donate a little bit myself. Let's give a little bit of status on the Discord. Sorry, first about the members. Here you see our latest member, and please go to the site and click on it, and you can read their own descriptions. And some of you have no description, but I am able to, like for you, I put in the whole text that you sent me. So that's, but you can only edit this short one yourself. Let's else. This is not all the members we have. So please, for all of you that are members, you can log in and you can say if you want to be public for all or only available when you are logged in for other members. That's the way we made the system. And so many has not responded on that part. Discord is pretty active these days. I see. I am not so good. Rainer, maybe you could comment a little bit about what has been discussed on Discord.
Many Northern
apart from
Lights.
yeah.
I mean, Tanya, if you want to say a word. So when the YouTube streams were running again, we had really some nights with beautiful Northern Lights. So, and many pictures of these were on the Discord.
Yeah, I just couldn't resist because that display was just spectacular. So I had to take a few screenshots and just did a nice little slideshow out of it for everyone to enjoy. Because I was first thinking of asking you for the video files, but that would have been too huge to edit down.
But there's so many nice pictures now, so that's kind of interesting. I feel a bit embarrassed myself. I'm not enough into Discord, but I see that there is a lot of discussions going on, so I'm so happy about that. Discord is working. When it comes to newsletters, kind of embarrassing. We have 191. That is, I'm happy about that because we went from like what 20 or 30, and then it went up quickly to 191. But it's only 4 out of 10 that is actually opening the newsletters that they get, and mostly it has been a reminder about the upcoming status meeting. So there's not that much information, but you can go and have a look. The link is just newsletter.hesdallen.org, and on YouTube we just basically post these meetings. So we're not trying to be a YouTube channel at all. We have 4,400 subscribers, and we have those interesting videos that are good, old, and interesting. So, but do kind of tell people to sign up to the newsletter because that's basically just once a month. Why not? Then I just want to promote a little bit. Not yet. I'm going to actually go comment a little bit about, let me see if I can do that on the other side here. Let's go to front page. And so this is actually during the UAP summit and going through. Then during or after, I added this section, how you can help, because what I feel is that we have our system, it's working, but the UFO DAP and the Sky 360 is developing so nicely. And what if we could get some teams, some groups that just focus on on operating one of these systems. So I just put it up. So please contact us if you have or would like to have access to, because wouldn't that be interesting that you could actually get access to one of these systems and you are the one that can get in and control it. So just inviting like that. And then we've actually had, and I don't think I have anything to show you right now, unless someone in the chat can tell me more about it. But we have something I can show when the meeting is over. I have some emails about a neutron detection system. This sounds very interesting. And we also have a suggested project about structural density, and it even comes with Python code. So interesting. Let's go back here. And yeah, I'm not going to show you all about the UAP Summit. I have so many people. I just want to make sure that you go and see what they have. There's a lot of information, so I'm going to kind of browse through it very fast. But I also want to promote that the Society for UAP Studies have this series starting now. Tomorrow is the first day. And then Rick Hoffman and Massimo and Kimberly. And this is all free to sign up. So why not go and have a look at it? And we have a planned ICER online conference. I think that's on the next page. They're going to focus on NHI, and the reason I kind of find ICER interesting is because they have this motto, preparing for contact. So we're not discussing whether it is a phenomena or not. I'm a member of ICER, as you see. But they are pretty straight on. There is something, but how can we get ready for this? So I have made a little presentation that I called Lights, Crafts, and Creatures in Hessdalen, and I'm going to talk about the creatures. I sent it out to the team, and I got some good feedback, so please give me more. Tanya, thank you. You've given me a lot of interesting stuff, and one that is here now is currently on the last page of this, because one of the questions I have is that if they're there, but okay, a little spoiler, I feel that in Hessdalen they are actually not interested in human contact. They are more like annoyed. That's my feeling. There's a few exceptions. But my question then is, how can we kind of get their attention? So, and that's why I'm happy to have a musician that showed up, because why not? What if that could be the way to get their attention and get some space music? Please help me to make people aware of the field trip. Please help me. I have to. You have a hand? Yes, please, Eric.
Yeah, I've seen on the telly, you have to invite them on coffee. If you want to meet them, you have to invite them to coffee.
To coffee? What?
Coffee, yeah.
What do you mean? Like my coffee?
No. I mean, I don't have joking.
Oh.
You haven't seen Gevalia, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll try anything. But I need to get 40 people to sign up, because I have booked a hotel, and I also booked a bus, and I need to pay for the people coming over, speakers. But as I've told you before, in a way, is that my experience when I went to the Seoul conference in Italy is that I didn't see Italy. And the best time was actually when we talked to people. So what I'm inviting to now is actually to meet in Trondheim a day before the conference and spend that day by walking and talking, like being a tourist. But then you actually get to walk next to the speaker and all those other people that are so interesting, because I can tell you, there's always interesting people on an event like this. So I want to spend the first day just being a tourist in Trondheim. Then the next day is just in a hotel, but that also means that during break you have your coffee and snacks, and we have a lunch at the hotel. And then for those who want to, there's also a dinner, but you have to sign up for that in addition. And those who just want to leave after the conference, they can go to McDonald's if they want. This is just in the center of Trondheim, so McDonald's is just across the street. Then the next day we go to Hessdalen, and we just use the normal train because it's 2 hours. Just jump on a train and go. Some people have cars. But then in Hessdalen, we'll have a bus, and you just put your bags and everything into the bus, and that will take you around to the different places. Erling will hopefully give another guided tour here and there. You'll get to see the blue box and different sites, and we'll stop at the end at Slettdale, where it's a nice parking and plenty of space. And then at night, we will drive some people back to the train station in Ålen, and they will go back to Trondheim. Others want to see Røros, because if this is your first time in Norway, why not see Trondheim? And Røros is the most, I would say, beautiful places in Norway. So this would be another day of being a tourist and talking, walking with the speakers, because now you've had all this experience, you've kind of been psyched up, and why not spend some time to kind of be able to discuss informal during the day. And then for those of us that are dedicated, then we spend the whole next week as doing field work in Hessdalen. And of course, the most dedicated is on the picture here. That's Rainer, that's up in the mountain and putting out equipment. So please help me to promote. You can see behind me, I have posters, and you can go to the site and you can actually ask me to send you posters and some of these cards and stickers. Where's my stickers? Right here. So why not get a few of these? These are fun. Okay, so that's my promotion. And now I was hoping, I'm going to talk a little bit about the UAP Summit, but before that, please, Tanya, can you take over my screen?
What do you say?
Do you want to have your short little presentation or another time?
No, I can do that. It's just 7 minutes, roughly.
Some minutes, roughly. Okay. Then I will just, if it's some minutes, that's good, because then you're going to give me time to go through a little bit about the UAP Summit. As you can see, lots of speakers. And this is my summary after this UAP. I mean, like, the existence kind of not discussed. The pattern is of interest, but the intent is still something we don't understand. This is just my own feeling after I was at this. I felt that we got the message that we're not going to get the answer from the military or the government, may not even get it from the academic, because it's kind of like Luke, but maybe the citizen science is where you will get help to solve this question. So that was kind of, so I feel we have, and I feel that if you're able to go through all of the presentations during the UAP Summit, you will see that there is definitely, we have all the expertise, we have all the systems. Now, most of us just need the funding, and we need the volunteers. So this is my little summary of it all. And I was looking at my own web traffic to see if I got more people. No, not much. Anyway, I'm skipping this one. And I'm also like, this is so cool. We had this collaboration group before, very interesting. I loved it. And now we've been invited again. So, okay, this is a red one because there is a lot, and I'm going to just basically going to skip through it to make you want to look at it. And stop me if there's anything that, like, what do you mean by this? This is our session. I was happy about the position of this because just before us was Beatrice. Everybody wanted to listen to Beatrice, and then we come, and then after that is James Fowler with the Skywatcher AI. Everybody wants to listen to that, so we were squeezed in between, and it couldn't be any better than that. Also, I'm showing this because this is the Zoom. The way it was doing it was also so easy. Like you just click join, and then it's telling you go for the next one. So it went through so easily. Different kind of systems. Basically just going to skip through it. This one was important for me because I have my OpenABS initiative, and this is kind of answering how to store the data. Sky 360, I'm so happy to see that it's still going on as good as it is. UFO DAS or UFO DUP. He has so many of these short names, but this is in use so many places, and you can configure it in so many ways. So I feel really we should get and use this system. More important for me is that now they have a way to upload it for analysis. So you can take pictures and you can say, put it there. I underlined this guy saying that air traffic controller will never detect UAP because of the way they use it, and also the military radar system not optimized for UAP. So, and then he was talking about passive radar. So, Marek, you should have been here, but I will give you all this information after because we have passive radar up and running in Hessdalen. There is so much information. This is interesting because he's talking about putting AI system, putting AI classification on the edge, meaning at this tiny computer. He's not using the Raspberry Pi. He's using a what's it called again? Orange. But he also commented that they are working on a system to detect in the water. So, because we've had some cases saying that some lights go in and out of the water in Hessdalen. This would be nice to know more about. And of course, it's so nice to see John, the Tedesco brothers, sitting in their normal place. And we've had a couple of meetings with them. So it's like meeting friends again, and also seeing what they have. Like this is the car, or whatever you want to call this big monster where they're sitting. And they also now bought a boat. Look at that. Look at that. They are explaining all about that they use the spectrum of the electromagnetic spectrum. So they have this whole graph about like what kind of instruments they can use to detect on the different levels. And interesting enough, they're also showing about some of these are with visuals, others are not. And I think in this case, he was commenting that they have a system that can, you see these peaks showing up when they were pointing in the direction of a light, you will get this pulse in a way, and they move it away from the light, and it's not the same, so it's coming from the light. When we had a meeting with them, they showed us that they had put sensors along the coastline or the shore, and then they would light up, or they would inform them while they are sitting in their car that something is out there, and then they went out and took a picture of it. So definitely interesting. I don't even know what this is. I'm just showing you. There's so much information. So they were also talking about different kind of camera, and okay, so they showed me this, and then Rainer was Googling and finding out, okay, this is the kind of equipment, 35,000 euro, 30,000 euro. So this is the kind of expensive equipment. This one, I really like the way it was presented. I like the way you kind of, this is a circle. We have to continue to work on this. I'm not going to present it. Yes. This is actually Eamon Ansbro, as far as I know. So, but he's an ICER, and he was in Hessdalen in 2024, also commenting on his theory that we are being monitored. And in the 90s, he was like, yeah, people didn't like that, but now it's popular also because of Beatrice. So, and then going into the UAP database, for me, interesting. There's so much information. These are different databases you go into. Blue Book. And I had to circle Hessdalen because it was commented, so thank you. Limitations. Of course, I can see that it is a difficulty to make a database that works all over, and I will. I think that is this from MUFON. I think this is MUFON. So they're talking about a new system that they are putting out. And if it's not out now, it will soon be available. And I would really love it if we could have one system that we trust and can use. And one of the good things is that using this, you will have questions. So as you go along, then you will have more questions about that and more questions. You don't get this long form to fill out. Andrea, you have a question.
Yeah, rather reminding you that we do also have an internal project that would point at the same thing. So it would be interesting to see how
and that's the whole good thing about this UAP summit, that this is connecting people. So I don't even know where to start now. There's so many people I would like to contact. So, and they have a Madar, a new version coming, and this is not going to be so expensive. So this could actually be something that we maybe we could try to put this out in the valley. MUFON cooperates, yes, commenting about the database. Oh, not too much, but anyway, Gary Nolan. Sorry, Nolan, I'm skipping you too fast, but okay. Still analyzing data, sensor shortcut. I was at the Seoul conference where they were commenting about this helicopter that Jake Baker was in and couldn't move forward, could only move backwards. And they showed actually the video of the instruments going all crazy. So kind of fun. This is Ubatuba event. I don't even know about that, so I have to find out what that is. But this is when there are things that have come from a UFO being analyzed by Nolan right now, and he was commenting something about like how this is anomalous, why this is very different. So okay, yeah, and then you had the discussion, and Reed Summers is here now. I really liked the kind of summary after a day. The discussions was so good. Michael Gold, I think many of you have probably taken the picture of NASA. It's like, oh wow, interesting. Now one of them was here talking and showing some pictures that they have this triangular here. And yes, let me see. Oh, just to show that the Zoom had the backstage. So we went in there, prepared, checked everything, and then we just go to the webinar and you're live. Fun. This is another multi-sensor, and they've managed to get the A. I think he's an American. He probably doesn't even know how to pronounce the A. But and I told him he didn't know that, but you can actually have an A in your domain name. So he's going to find out that, he said. So let's see. But this is also a very interesting multi-sensor data system. 28, yeah. And he showed lots of nice videos and pictures of how their dashboard is and how you can use it. So much, yeah. So we have a link and can go and pre-order. Join the network. Ways to participate. And I want to. So we have to talk to these people. Operation Skywatch. Okay. Just going through. And this is about, yeah, I think actually this is also about passive radar, and that you can really cover it, because these are the radio stations or stations that are sending out waves, so you can use that and you can actually get it on a map as like where they are going. So this is just, he had a video showing that you can actually track it where they're going. I told you there's 100 pictures here. Everybody heard about the dog whistle, so James Fowler was here. I also had presented some of his stuff from the Seoul conference. And they showed some of the different classifications they have. He was pretty clear now and then that don't expect to get the spec for the dog whistle because it's too expensive and maybe too dangerous. But they have, what is it now, 11 different classes of. One fun thing is that he said they've only seen UFOs during the day, never during the night. That's kind of interesting. And I kind of agree with him about this. I think it's a very military way of looking at these UAPs. Are they enemy? Are they friendly or unknown? And of course, if they're unknown in a kind of military way, then you maybe should put them into the enemy because you don't know what it is. So, but he was kind of asking, like, if they are friendly, why are they always hovering over military installations and not sports event or cultural event? So, good question. Worst case, UAPs are hostile and we are ants under the magnifying glass. Who knows? Who knows? But I would like to. Okay, conclusion. Oh, you may disagree with him. He says UAPs are a risk to human lives, but seriously, I can understand when you don't know what it is and when they're hovering over the military. What is it? And I put this picture in just because I've been looking and looking. Is this a background, or is he actually sitting there? And I was desperately trying to see if I could see some flickering around his ears or something like that. So I feel like almost want to send him an email. Is this where you're sitting? Real? Rick Hoffman, he and I had to send him an email because he sent step 1. This is kind of what we can do now. Step 2, step 3. He has a whole list of things we should do now to follow up on this. And I got it, but I would like to have it as text. Well, I guess I can scan this, but there's lots of good information here as what we can do now. Maintain intellectual humility. And I think that is almost like a clue for you, Tanya. Yeah, this is a summary that was given, like putting out where are the different presentations, where do they fit in. Apps for real-time collection and automating flow is yeah, I can't say everything you said, but you have invited us to stay in contact, so please UAP Summit/coalition. Is that right? Coalition, yes. And then at the very end, you told us that the UFOevidence.com is arriving soon. Whew. Okay, exhausted. I think these videos are available as on demand. Let me see. Yeah, UAP Summit.
Fred, yes, they're
Yeah.
on demand for those who
On
purchased
demand.
a ticket
Yes.
or who would like to buy a $20 online on-demand only ticket. They'll also be published publicly in the spring timeframe.
Oh, okay, but I highly recommend. There's so much valuable information. So thank you. Have your days been swamped after this? Because this was a big event.
Yes, it was a huge lift for the team. Took about 15 of us to pull it off. Days have been very busy afterwards, and we're working on framing out a kind of a coalition-based international civilian-led concept to kind of provide the connective tissue between all these disparate groups and really advance the cooperative nature of how we tackle this. So yeah, lots of calls, lots of meetings. We're having the collaboration group meets again in several weeks' time. Fred, I'm sure you're invited to that.
Yeah, I got it.
Yep. So yeah, lots to take forward. Now we have to take action. It's not enough just to have a weekend where we talk about it.
No. Whew, yeah. Could you
kudos to Hestalen? Just a quick shout out to you all, your team, Hestalen, for advancing this over so many years and characterizing the nature of the anomalies, the technologies. I think that's going to play a huge part in informing the coalition as to how to proceed. So I would love to be in touch with Hestalen to look at how you can yes, you're up there in Norway, but can what you've characterized play a part in providing some standardization for what we do globally to characterize UAP detection.
Well,
and I saw Adam clap his hands there too. Adam Yingling's in the call. So we'll definitely be in touch.
Yeah. So as you can see now, we actually have 3 members from Human Institute on this call, and I'm honored by that. Tim, hi, how are you?
Hi, Fred. It's good to be here, and I've really enjoyed the format, especially the part before you got to the UAP Summit, just to see what you guys do normally. But also, I haven't watched the full summit myself, so to get your feedback on it is very valuable. So thank you.
I watched every minute except for Beatrice, but Beatrice, as I said, she was at our conference in 2024. And I also listened to her in the Seoul conference. So I feel I know what she's talking about, but it's always interesting to listen to what she's saying. But I watched every minute, and I must admit it ended at 2:00 at night, and I was exhausted after these 2 days, but I loved it. And of course, one of the things that I'm trying to do is to find out how can I get people from all over the world to join in. And it's not that easy because you need a lot of publicity, actually. You need people like, come on, we've been on it for 40 years. We restarted 3 years ago. And maybe I'm just stubborn, but I do not like to put ads on Facebook because I don't like Facebook. And so on. I try not to touch X and so on. So that's my fault. I need to go on social media. But for now, I hope that it will be word of mouth or because people will find it. I can see that if you're searching for UFOs, you may end up in Hessdalen because we've been around for more than 40 years. So that's the work that Erling has done, put it out for so long. But I do need more members because we only have like 40 members and that's not enough to scale up. So anyway, now I have okay. Oh, some comment there. I have to read that after. Okay. Tanya, I'm putting you on the... Okay. Picture in picture. Where you can see your screen.
So
And yeah,
let's see if that works.
yeah. Let's see. Oh, you have it as a video.
Yeah, because I'm not a big fan of hearing myself speak freely, so I
Oh.
cheated a bit and made a video with the voiceover. Makes it easier for me.
Yeah. When you start it, make sure that it does give the sound because that's sometimes a problem.
I hopefully clicked everything, so we'll see how that works.
Well, some of us will shout out if it's not working.
Okay, then here we
Okay.
go. Let's see if it works.
Before I start, just a quick word
Yes.
about where I'm coming from. My name is Tanya. I originally trained as a toolmaker, later worked in quality management, and for several years now I have been working as an EMT, where I also provide psychological emergency care as a crisis intervention counselor. Alongside that, I've done long-term video analysis at Skinwalker Ranch. I've also always been a close observer of nature. I joined the Hessdalen project in September 2025, and what I'm sharing today grows out of that background and from what I have learned along the way. Now let me explain why this sentence on my business card matters so much to me. Keeping curiosity honest. Why did I choose this quote? Because my curiosity brought me to the Hessdalen project, but my understanding of how the human mind works is keeping me honest. The human brain is a pattern addict. This is what kept us alive while being hunted by saber-toothed tigers in the Stone Age. It is also a problem in objective data analysis. Because false positives, like seeing a threat in the bushes, was better than being eaten by a predator, so the brain over-detected things. Examples. We see faces and shapes in clouds. We hear voices in static. We see movements in the darkness. We attribute meaning based on our experience. This learned pattern is also a weak point in our fieldwork, where objective interpretation is the key for our data, not meaning-based investigation. It's simply, I'm biased, you're biased, let's work with that. Our biggest error sources in fieldwork are the following. Fatigue, when people are too tired to ask the relevant questions, and long time periods with nothing exciting happening changes perception. Expectations, when people are forced to produce results, no matter if they are correct or not. Emotional bias, because people want to believe in the narrative. Group narrative. People are social creatures, and adapting to a certain narrative allows them to become part of a community. So why is this important to know? When we are aware of our own weak spots, it enables us to ask the right questions instead, like when we look at video footage or collected data from our instruments. The data collected by instruments is data. But is data truth? Is that truth fact? No, because even instruments can lie to us, because measurements can be false. false positives equals not failure, but data to build upon. Instruments can all be spoofed by various factors. Electromagnetic interference, EMI, static, environmental noise, audible, light, physical contamination like dust, calibration shifts. Machines don't remove bias, they relocate it into electronics. Plus, we always have to consider all data in order to understand the full picture. Just picking one data set would be like peeking through a keyhole instead of opening the door in order to see what lies beyond. We must be data-driven, not narrative-driven. For example, on the right we see a graph of a device called Radiacode 102, which measures radioactivity. In the graph we see a sudden spike, which means an increase and decrease in measured radiation. But what has caused this spike? We do not know until we add more context. The sensor could have been moved. A radioactive source could have passed by the sensor, etc. A spike is a signal. It is not an explanation. The danger of the narrative. While we can all agree that each of us would certainly love to see something extraordinary, we have also be aware that this fact alone is also our biggest bias, because that wow moment gives us instant gratification, because seeing something extraordinary makes us feel special, because mystery sells. And by selling, I mean selling in form of social media currency. Clicks, likes, reshares, interactions. Why keeping curiosity honest is so important. So instead of just instantly jumping to a conclusion, I would like us to do the following. Ask, what else could it be? Seek disconfirmation. Document uncertainty, knowing the limitations of the equipment. Valuing the boring results, like car lights, satellites, meteors, optical or digital artifacts, etc. And don't be afraid to say, I don't know. In order for us to stay credible as a citizen science project, we need to question the narrative, focus on the available data, test and ensure that our instruments are functioning correctly, resisting any hype, protecting our integrity. Curiosity is what keeps us engaged with such a complex problem set like the Hessdalen lights. And we are allowed to ask ridiculous questions as long as we don't claim our beliefs to be true. Thank you for your time. Now, go out there and explore the world around you with an open mind. Never stop asking questions, and always stay curious.
Wow. Wow. I'm gonna take over presentation again because I want to show you one day. Let me see. Yeah, you can see my presentation. One day, I hope to finish a little course about onboarding to Hessdalen as a citizen scientist. And I would love this to be some kind of an introduction.
That would be cool.
That would be cool. Yeah, I would love that. And for those of you who don't know Tanya, it's we find you on Discord quite a lot, and you are very helpful when it comes to doing exactly that, finding out what it is not. Let me also show you very quickly that just going for the data, we have these recent findings page now, and So now this is the latest one that is going up the valley, and we don't know what it is. What I love about it is that, well, and we have some others like a slow blinking object. We have this something bright, funny names we get, but that's the way it is. And then we have these droplets. I'm not going to comment on that one. I just want to say on this top one that we put it out. It has been kind of documented. You can go and see the video. You can see how it's going, and you can see how a snowmobile is actually going up here, and you can find it all in this Google folder. And then we got an email from Henning, and he was doing an analysis. So this is the beauty of it. We are providing the data. We don't know what it is, and then someone is giving us a video, pictures. You can click on this and look at his pictures, but here he has commented each picture, and this is just what we need. We want to provide the data and then let people that know more about this look into it. And then in situations like this, we need your kind of knowledge, Tanya, about like what are these pictures. Can I go to Discord very quickly and see? And let me see, we have the blue box capture. And as you see here, there's a lot of, okay, Tanya, it's your word again. Biased, you see something in the sky?
Yep, even I have to admit that my brain loves to fool me.
Yes. Yeah. I'm just gonna make the, where's my presentation again? I've lost my screen here. Bring everything back here, stop presentation, and okay. Anyone that has any questions or comments, or just want to say thank you to Tanya again, because I really like that.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. Have to run. Bye-bye. Yes. So, yeah. Bye-bye. Let's see if there's anything in this. Yeah, I see there's something in the chat that we can follow up on later on. Okay. Any other questions? Any other? Yeah, Verena, do you have any questions about the field trip? Oh, yeah. I explained a little bit. Does it sound okay?
Yes.
Yes.
That sounds good.
Yes. So
There's going to be a lot of walking around and helping to put out new sensors from China, or.
Oh, so you will stay the week after as well, hopefully?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. The whole week. Not just the weekend, but also the weekend.
Yeah.
Week. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Maybe just a small comment. So for everybody who is staying also the following week, what we usually do in the evenings, we go out and to some mountain, to some parking place, or to some well-known areas where stuff has been seen, and also go there. Very often we put out some action cameras, GoPros or whatever, to make some time-lapse videos. We want to try to climb to different mountains in the night, so then when one of us shines the flashlight and the other one sees it, just to see what it looks like. So we won't get bored, let's say it like this. During the days, yeah, I mean, the nature is beautiful. Sometimes I'm a lot of the time in the blue box. It depends a little bit how much equipment I can put out on the trips before the field trip this year. But of course, everybody will get a Blue Box tour, and we'll just be out in nature as much as we can, because at every time, at day or nighttime, objects or stuff has been seen, so the chance is high no matter what the time is. And especially the nights. I mean, if you put out the GoPro, so if you have any action cameras who can run unattended for hours or so, bring everything you have, because normally the next day we collect them and have a quick look at the data. And last year we saw some light in a forest 3 days in a row, and we went there, but sadly it turned out to be car lights, which shined. It was shining 1 or 2 kilometers through the forest, and we would have never expected this, that it is visible for such a long distance between the trees. But it was quite. We were quite excited at first when we saw it. It was not clear if it was in front of a tree or slightly beside a tree, and then in the background. But if you look at the footage which you capture during the night, and sometimes there is something, and then you can go directly there and investigate. And I like this a lot.
Yeah, and we've seen again and again that it's so easy to be fooled by stuff. And that's why we are desperate to get more sensors and more cameras, and also do the real triangulation. And you can actually go to the site, and you can, on the search, you can type in FON, and you will get to the what I call the field observation node. There's a page for that.
You're not sharing if you want to show it.
Yeah, I can show it. Let me see. I'll just move this away. And I'll go to Hessdalen and show that you can search for fun and share it so you can see it. Entire screen. So if I'm searching for fun, you get this page. So we have 3 of these 360 cameras, and you can actually just go to Hessdalen if you're on a trip. So anyone get it for free, but we want your data. So we've actually put it onto a disk, and this is Anna Scott from MUFON. She was there, and we have some nice pictures when she was there. So if you run this now, it will just be like a 360 displayed like this. And if you have the software, you can move around and zoom in and everything like that. But the goal is basically that we have at least 3 of these, and during the field trip week, we should put them out so that we can, if something happens on the sky, then we can go and have a look at it later on. Yes. Yeah. I think that's it, basically. Any other questions or comments or anything like that? Please ask and stop.
I had a question about, you showed a small screenshot from the ICER itinerary, and I couldn't find it online. Like
ICER. Okay, let me go to the. No, it's ICER. Oops, ICER Association. Oops, ICER Association. Am I still sharing? This is the link to ICER Association. For members, now we have a new member, so I can inform you. You click on this members, and it looks like you have done it. And you click on the login, and you get to the dashboard. Actually, I have not been on this for a week now, so I'm not logged in. So this will show you all of those who are fine with being public. And you click on the login, and I send it to myself, and I get the magic mail somewhere. If I open that, mail, oops, Gmail, sign in, and now it's getting like this. So all I wanted to show you is that you go to the dashboard and you have add recommendation. So I've added a number here. You can see you can add a title and a link and an expire date. And a video from Hessdalen. These are all still not expired, I think. But when you do that, it will show up here like this. And you can go to the next one, or you could just wait. But any member, if you find something, oh, other people should know about that, you can put it out like that. It's just an easy way to do it. Oh, okay. So, okay. So then, I think I want to say thank you for this meeting and ask those who should not be part of the team discussion to leave. Unless you have a thank you. Bye, Tim. Thank you for joining.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Stop presentation. Stop sharing. Okay. Yes.
Could I stay a little, Fred?
This is the TP asking, or who is it?
No, it's board.
Yeah. It's okay. Yeah. I think so. I don't think we're going to say that scary stuff.